Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Got it behind the line. It's Sanders. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother, Billy, played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was in Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on third down. To the air, it's Mayava. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. from the gun. They'll try the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this big, and we start taking this the other direction and take points off the scoreboard.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Knute Rockne, Eric Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Maiava. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Fowler. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. DB's right up on the receivers. Running to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to throw. It's Maiava. Pulls it in. It's Lemon. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. Got the first down and more. And the Trojans will move the sticks. Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 25. Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The corners are walked up tight. Dropping back, it's Mayaba. Quickly to the tight end. Bulldozes his way through. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanders. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
To the ground with the back. And the Trojans have enough for the first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. The quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rodney had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. This quarterback part of their running game. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
On the run, still looking. Fires into the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Takes it the other way.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a chance. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to...
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. Touchdown USC. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
That quarterback's in zone coverage. They have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Payne. He's got great speed. He's got it out. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mayama. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Lane. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Turning it on! They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Payne. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give to the lone running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Got the first down, looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pocket, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He rifles one deep down the middle. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. They'll move the tight end. Looking for space. It's Love. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man. It's Carr. He'll take the deep shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, you know, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes a connection. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The give to the back. what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front. Guys pushing the pile. NFL talent on this offensive line. Just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box and more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because in first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. On the run, it's Jackson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires it incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Keeps looking downfield. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Going to swing it on second down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Maiava. Here comes the heat. Finds his man, it's Sanders. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Sanders. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play call.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Maiava. There's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Rides the back on the option to give. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Got it in the middle. It's Washington. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Let's it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Got his man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he wants it all. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front and go get positive yardage.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. They'll go right back to the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Gets rid of it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lemon. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping your run fix can slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in down the sideline. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Power football with the run. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw, it's Carr. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Fowler. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Takes the handoff. It's Jordan. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mayaba. Oh, they're after him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
The kick is on its way. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. A lot of 16-yard line. Give to the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's Love. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking left. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times, he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his pass.
Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Got him downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job.
There he goes. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So 1st down will open up the final period. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Irish will open the 4th with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Rushes on him. Got it inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's got it on the run. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Trying to punch it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Off the play fake. Touchdown! precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up at F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 4 over Fresno State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Throwing right. He makes the catch. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Mayava. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
From the gun, give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna let it fly. And here's the third interception of the night. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Looking for a crease. It's Love. Has the first down marker and still running. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Uncorks it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Makes the catch. It's Sanders. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sanders. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Creates a little room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. Right down the gut of the field. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. From the red zone, it's Bob. He breaks a tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, Try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Leaves it with the back. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
Listen, guys, final 2 minutes of this game, you've got to throw. You've got to be able to pick out wide receivers one-on-one that are going to make a play. I love running the football, but now is not the time. You need points to win.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
Biggest drive of the game coming up right now as this team tries to win it in regulation. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Bringing the heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. To the air, it's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. It's caught. And they're able to get him down.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
2nd and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those 2nd down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with him if you're on offense as a staff. Challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
They believe they'll need a touchdown to win this thing. They're going for it on 4th down in overtime. Now on the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. So 1st down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Unloads it left. If he runs this back, this game's over. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
1st down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. From the shotgun, the inside give. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quickly out to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
3rd and long, and they don't want to move backwards to make sure they have a chance to kick an easy one and win it in OT. He's brought down, good pickup on the play, but not quite to the 15-yard line. That's where he had to get for the first down. So here comes the field goal team, and they'll kick for the win. And he drops the curtain. Lights out. Game-winning field goal in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.